and welcome back to another vlog. I hope you guys are doing well. I believe you'll be seeing this vlog on Friday, so if you're watching this on Friday, happy Friday. I have a really exciting vlog for you guys today, and kind of like a lot of subtopics to talk about, which I always love when like whatever. Okay, so like, this is the best way. I've talked about this before, but everything I do I'm really intentional about most of the time. Almost, I don't say to a fault, because it's definitely not to a fault, but like almost like everything is intentional. And so that's why I always speak about what I'm doing and my logic why. And I used to think it was kind of like, I don't say annoying, but I was like, do you guys want to hear me explain the backstory of all my decisions? And you guys are so kind, and you're like, oh, I love hearing like how you make a decision and like what thoughts go through your head and all that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate that feedback, because then because you know, most people I feel like share their day and they just like do things, and then meanwhile every single little thing I do I feel like I have a backstory about. But at the same time, I feel like I live life differently than a lot of people. Like I really feel into everything energetically, into a lot of things. I feel like I'm just sort of cocky. I feel like I'm very conscious of a lot of things that people just might not be aware of. I guess the best way is I think I have a pretty high awareness of a lot of things that most people maybe, or a lot of people don't. And so that's why when I experience life or I make decisions, because of the heightened awareness, I consider more factors, which leads to like a longer maybe decision-making process, or a more thorough decision-making process, or just an extended decision-making process. Even if it's just mental, not literal, it doesn't even mean that I take a longer time like in human real time to make a decision. It just means like in my head, the amount of thoughts that go through my head. Whoa. Fucking Karen, go ahead, go ahead. Like if you're gonna try to cut me off and come full speed, then commit to it. But sorry, like this, like when people drive like really brazy, it's like, just wait your turn. Like your safety is more important. But it's essentially, see, like part of me is like, should I cut that out, that I was a little bit brazy? But then I'm like, leave it in, it's a little spicy. But yeah, because I feel like in my head the process is longer, even if it's not, doesn't convert into like taking longer time in the physical planes. I like to explain it. Anyway, first of all, I want to say I hope you guys had a somewhat smooth full moon. This full moon definitely was not like a friendly full moon. It was a very intense full moon. It was a full moon in Leo, and so it was really highlighting a lot of like big things in our lives. So for example, it was really highlighting, and you might have felt this in the past week, anywhere where you're not leading from your heart. So it's like a really, my police just drove by, but I have my camera. For example, like in our society, there's this weird program, I saw a girl post about this, which is so true, which is like, by closing off your heart, you protect yourself. But that's actually like literally the reverse thing. Your heart is your connection to like universal energy. Okay, I really have to be careful pulling up to this police. Like I can't, you know, like I might have to put my phone away, put my camera away, hold on. Okay, so it was really showing us where we're not leading with love, right? Like I was saying, it's such a, I saw a girl post about this, which I really liked, and it was essentially that we're taught that closing off our heart is like how you protect yourself, but it's literally like the worst thing that you can kind of do, because your heart is literally like your plug or your channel to the frequency of love and the frequency of like the planet to a certain degree, or to a full degree, right? It's very common that we think of like universal intelligence as unconditional love, and when you close off your heart, you're literally like closing off to like the deliciousness of life. So you think you're protecting yourself from, you know, like from your heart being hurt, but you're disconnecting yourself from that energy, right? That unconditional love energy. And yes, when your heart is open and you're able to really be receptive to the energy of unconditional love, that also means that if something's like uncomfortable or painful, that you're also receptive to that, right? It's like your senses are on. So it's like if you turn your senses off, yes, you won't feel, it's like you can think about it as hot and cold. You turn your senses off, you won't feel the cold, but you also won't feel the heat. If you think of the heat as like love, it's like you think you're protecting yourself because you can't feel the heat, sorry, you can't feel the cold, but you also can't feel the heat or like the love or the beautiful things in life. And that full moon is really highlighting for us patterns of that as well. And I feel like I definitely have that kind of like dynamic where if I like feel like, I don't know, if I feel like upset, like first of all, I feel like it takes a bit for me to feel upset, to be completely honest. Like I don't know, sometimes to really piss me off unless I'm just like in a really bad mood for some reason. But like like I was telling my husband, like I'm very like 0 or 100. Like I feel like, you know, there's like a share quote that's like, I'm really friendly, I'm really nice, but if you fuck with me, I'll chop your dick off. Like that is me. Like I'm really friendly, I'm really nice, but if you take that like niceness for granted, you try to like sabotage me, try to do something shady, because I'm also very intuitive, then like you'll never want to see me again because I will fuck you up. so that's kind of like my vibe. Anyway, so a big lesson for me this full moon was to like stay open even when I feel like uncomfortable, or my Capricorn moon response is to be like, bye bitch. Nope, all right, well, cut you off, like kind of energy. And that was like a big lesson. And then another really big theme was to like release victim stories or release victim mentality. Like all of us have it to a certain degree. Obviously, like it can be really large and it can be really small, but it's like learned helplessness. And I feel like our society fucking loves the propaganda of learned helplessness. Like it wants everyone to feel like life is out to get them and they always need to protest something, because then you're wasting your energy on that. Wherever you put your energy is what you receive. So that's why when you have like a war on something, it never works. You have a war on drugs, a war on that. What's happening? It's growing. The war on anything is never stopping said thing, because it's just feeding it with more energy. So it's like if you're angry, thinking what made you angry isn't going to make you happy. You're going to have to at some point switch your energy to something else. It's like, it's a harsh truth, but that's the only thing that's going to shift it. Same thing, like if someone goes through a breakup, yes, they can have I was telling this to a client the other day. Yes, they can have every right to feel upset, right, and feel emotional, and no one's telling you that like you don't have a reason to, but the truth is that until that person switches their energy back to self-love, back to feeling good, back to feeling whole, etc, or, you know, a healing journey, but they change their energy, they're one day gonna have to fucking decide, I have to change my energy, that's when things are gonna shift. So it's never that like you're not justified in feeling how you feel, but it's also understanding that where you put your energy is what manifests. So when I'm being a little bitch, and I admit this myself, I remind myself of that too. I'm like, okay, Polina, this is really, really cute. I really love this like little pity party you're throwing. Like it's really nice, like great decor, really great music, amazing vibe, but this is like, until you switch your energy, nothing's gonna change. And this is like what I literally am like, my higher self comes down like tells me this, and this is a really big theme of this full moon too. It's like for you to look at your life and see where you're playing small and telling yourself cute little stories that make you feel comfortable or justified. Maybe they make you feel humble or like above, or like, you know, super whatever it is, but really you're holding a victim mentality. So on Sunday, which was the day of the full moon, I created and hand poured and charged and activated all the magic manifestation candles. These ones are extra special because I put crystals in all of them. So they either have a black sheen obsidian or a rose quartz, and they're not like the rose quartz chunks are like this big. I posted them on my story and people were like, oh my gosh, we get to like keep that huge of a crystal inside. Like it's unbelievable value. Like just that crystal alone on my website sells for like a third, if not more, of the candle value, literally, if not more. They're like quite large. The black sheen obsidian are in the heart, so they're polished and they have that sheen. They're so stunning. So the candles are super strong. Think of the candles as like a 3-way or 2-way kind of thing. These candles are like obstacle remover candles in your life. So if you're feeling stuck anywhere energetically, emotionally, attachments, like you feel stuck to a person, a situation, a thought process, a way of being, you feel like there's something that's just like blocking you in your life, you've been wanting something and you feel like it hasn't been happening for your highest good, this candle, this full moon in Leo magic manifestation candle is like an obstacle remover, an unblocker. Think of it that way. And it's also going to assist you, this is the second thing I want to talk about, in unblocking your heart. It's going to allow you to like reconnect with yourself, stop being cold, and like reconnect to that beautiful flow that's always available in your heart. And it's also going to give you that courage to like really blaze forward in courageously towards like the path that you desire, right? Leo is confident. Leo is symbolic of that solar plexus. Leo has willpower. Leo knows, obviously the shadow of Leo is like arrogance, but Leo in its like light integrated alignment, knows who it is confident. It's like the lioness, right? Protective, courageous. And so the candles also have this energy of like blazing forward courageously towards your desires, which really has to do, is in tandem, right, with releasing victim mentality. It's like, because you have to let go of the BS old stories if you want to move forward like the queen lioness or king lion that you are, right? So that's the energy of them. They are so powerful. Also, a big mantra that was coming through to me, I was charging them with, is lead with love. So if that resonates with you, that's probably super, super powerful. And like I said, obviously you'll receive a candle and it'll either have a rose quartz or a black sheen obsidian. They're so powerful. We sold out of quite a bit of them, but we still have some left. I made a bigger batch. I made a bigger batch than I thought I was because I was guided to it. I was like making them and I was like, you need to make more, you need to make more. And I was like, okay, so I made a bigger batch. I feel like a lot of people need these. We do have a limit of 5 candles per person. So that way, you know, more people are able to get them, because if one person orders like 10, you know, for example, it takes a huge thing away. So you can order up to 5 because some people like to have them for months ahead. Like someone might like the energy of having an obstacle remover candle. So they want to grab a few so that they just like have it on hand if like in a few months they want to use it or whenever it is, or give it to a friend to use, things like that. Especially if like you have friends who are new into spirituality and they're kind of like just getting into it, getting them a magic manifestation candle is such a powerful way to get them started into it, because they're really powerful. Like they're charged under a full moon. I charge and activate them. They're so strong, and your friend will probably script or set their intention, so they're gonna see, like, it's a really amazing, powerful way to experience magic. And I feel like whenever I introduce a friend to it and like introduce a candle to them, it's like life-changing. People see huge changes or changes in their life and they're like, whoa, this shit really works, and then it kind of like unlocks them. So that's a little bit of a spiel. If you're wondering where I am, I'll flip the camera. I'm actually going to the farmer's market in Manhattan Beach. So I'm in Manhattan Beach right now. I'm just going to park. I haven't gone to this farmer's market in so long and I wanted to go, so I'm gonna go. Let this woman go. Go ahead, sweetie. Yeah, Tuesdays 11 to 3. Wow, it's open later than I thought, thank gosh. I like this one because it's on a Tuesday. Sometimes it's not the most convenient to go, but also like now I try to think of it positively as like a way to get me out of the house in a way, because normally like on Tuesday I do a lot of work. I think I've told you this before because it's ruled by Mars. There it is, the farmer's market. But I'm gonna park here first. Let this cute woman go. Go, sweetie, run, flex. Love the Hawaiian shirt, legend. But yeah, I feel like I need to get out of the house more because I'm always working and doing client calls and all this stuff, and I just need to like be out more. So I'm like told my husband, I was like, I'm going to the farmer's market. So this is a little, if in case you're ever in Manhattan Beach, this is like the best parking tower in my opinion. There's actually one other one I like, but this one has a lot of meters. I think it's a parking ticket, guys. So when you want to hear the funniest story, I used to think that you didn't have to pay for parking here because they just had like meters, and I don't know, they were like, they never looked like they were on or anything. So I never, like, I wouldn't pay for parking. I just would be like, oh, I love this building, free parking. And my dad one day, my husband and I met my parents for like lunch or dinner, maybe like Mother's Day, I think it was. And my dad's like, you literally, what? Like, it's metered parking, you have to pay. And I was like, this whole time I was like, I love it here. It's free parking. Oh, baby Polina. I don't know, I just think it's kind of funny. I was like, to my husband, he's like, you sure you don't need to pay, babe? I'm like, no, babe, this is like the best parking. You don't need to pay. And he's like, yeah, it's funny. All right. So we're gonna go to the farmer's market. I'm gonna bring my basket from Ghana. Also, I posted on my story, people thought it was funny. I literally, you guys know, I love my basket from Ghana. I'll link it again down below. I'm not gonna gatekeep it, don't worry. It says compact, and I'm not compact, but like, all right, now I have to make it on top. But it's funny because we went to the farmer's market on Sunday just after my full moon hangover, so I was feeling like a bitch already, and my husband was feeling like a bitch. We were both like at the farmer's market, and he carried my basket it was really heavy, so he's carrying my basket, he was waiting for his dumplings, and I was like getting something else, and so he went to go on it and go with it, and he like knew how excited I was about this basket. Like, I told him my spiel. He literally got compliments on his basket, on my basket, and people were like, oh my gosh, you told me later, like, where did you get it from? It's so cute, I love it. And he's like, oh, my wife got it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, me, excited about my basket from Ghana. My husband wears it for 5 minutes, gets compliments on it. Anytime like I pick something out and he somehow like is in possession of it temporarily, he'll get compliments on it. I'm like, yeah, so that's that. Right, where's the parking? There's literally no parking. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go in this compact spot, but I'm not compact. Yeah, a bad bitch gotta do what a bad bitch. No, it's kind of dangerous for my car. It's too dangerous for my car. I'm gonna go back up. I have to go in the short-term parking. I just hyped this parking building up and it didn't come through. Kind of rude. Alright, we're gonna go here. Okay, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. So it's compact, but like there's a lot of room here. Okay. Cute little great old woman. Alright, let's go to the farmer's market. This is a long vlog already, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your magnesium, and let's vibe. We had a successful farmer's market trip with the basket. This is a basket, by the way, and how big it looks for size reference. Oh my gosh, this lighting is not doing me any favors. This lighting is like, you need another facial. This lighting is like microinversion. Did you really get it? I'm gonna show you some stuff I got, as well as high up, as well as tell you a little warning about farmers markets as well. Nothing crazy, nothing dramatic. I mean, kind of. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna take it to someone because I have more time on it. Alright, should I show you what I got? I was like trying to vlog and like record some clips. Everyone's looking at me so odd. So odd. Or should I save it till I get home? I'll save it till I get home. But one of the highlights, I've been wanting vegan croissants for so long. I've just been wanting a croissant. And my husband's very strict. She's like, no, you're not gonna eat dairy. It's like they abuse the cows, blah, blah, blah. I've like really wanted a croissant. I've just been like wanting a vegan croissant for so long. Like, it sounds so silly, but like this vegan croissants have been in my subconscious mind, in my conscious mind for so long. And I walk in, there's a plant-based woman who's a baker. I wonder where her card is. I'll put her information down below to find her. She goes to the Mar Vista Farmers Market too, if you're in LA, and she bakes all vegans. If you go to her, tell her Polina sent you. I don't know if she remembers me, but it'd be cool if we start a little community. But like, she makes, you guys, croissants, chocolate filled croissants, pastries. Like, imagine going to the most bougie French bakery ever and all the pastries are vegan. That's the vibe. Like, every kind of beautiful pastry. I got these like beautiful chocolate tarts with raspberry under them, vegan, croissant vegan, chocolate croissant vegan, like everything. Like, it's literally like the most luxurious Parisian bakery cafe, but everything's plant-based. So I'm gonna have my vegan croissant. It's so good. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's giving. Okay. Wow. God is good. Alright, alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have some turmeric and ginger kombucha. This guy's really good. He's at a lot of farmers markets too if you're in LA. He's at the Manhattan Beach one. He's at the Playa Vista one. I don't know what other ones he's at, but his name is Wava on Instagram. He's so good. He's so funny. His name is really complicated. It's like, I don't even want to say it. It's like something really complicated. So he was like, remind me of your name again? I was like, Polina. And then he told me what his name was. And you know how you usually say like, nice to meet you, Steve? His name was like really long and elaborate. Then I was like, I cannot even attempt it. I'm going to sound like so white right now. I try. He's the nicest guy. I love him. I remember when they first were at the Brentwood one, and he said he was stopping going to the Brentwood one. So such good kombucha if you want that fresh good. It tastes so good. Like, you can just tell they make it fresh. Not super spicy or anything, by the way. I love that. I need to have the rest of that vegan croissant. You're probably wondering, where are we going now, Paulina? Is the adventure going to continue? You bet it is. We're now going to go to Sephora because I'm going to pick up a blush, an Hourglass blush. So I need to get gas. My car's low on gas. Okay, hold on. Honestly, the car, but I stopped by the Village area really quick to drop off. Oh my gosh, when you vlog in public, people really look at you. But essentially, I was using a Rowan cream blush. Okay, hold on. People really look at you when you vlog. It is very awkward. It really teaches you to feel confident in yourself when everyone looks at you when you vlog. I feel like safe in my little car. My big car. Okay, so like I said, I have a Rowan cream brush that's so pretty. I said this before, I love clean beauty. I really do. I love clean skincare. But sometimes, I think sometimes you need things that have chemicals in them. I think it's a harsh truth. I think people don't want to admit it. I think I'm here admitting it. Because, for example, for my hair, I was using so many different clean brands. Rahua, Inner Sense, although I do love the Inner Sense conditioner and some Rahua stuff I do like. All their I love their styling products. And I like the traditional shampoo and conditioner. I think it's good. But it doesn't do much for example, I love Rowan, their eyeshadow. I was saying I love Rahua styling products, but their hair stuff didn't do much for me. The regular Palo Santo shampoo and conditioner was nice, but I started using Oribe, the Gold Lust line, which it's honestly so expensive. It's $60 / almost $70 for a shampoo and almost the same for conditioner. So I recommend you try to find deals on it. Apparently my mom was saying that at CVS you get 40% off coupons. You can use it on that. Also at Neiman Marcus, if you are on their text list, you always get $50 to $100 gift cards depending on how much you spend. Obviously sometimes you have to spend a lot, but just you can get a chunk off that way. Because if you have long hair, I have to use a lot of that product. So $140 a month for shampoo and conditioner is kind of a lot, 100%, but it really does a lot for my hair. For example, I didn't even blow dry my hair. I just did the heatless curls last night, which I'll do a tutorial on now that I've done it 3 times and I've figured it out. But my hair looks so the hair feels amazing, and it literally feels like it was just at the salon. It's just so silky and lustrous. This is an iPhone camera. It really does a lot for my hair. It does, it's giving. The Rahua just was good, but this is giving. So I definitely suggest finding deals on it, but I think it's amazing. Anyway, from what I've experienced so far, watches in a year, I'm and they had that chemical. No, but you never know. Oh my gosh, there's so many people around me. But essentially, same thing with the Rowan. I kept using this cream blush, and then in photos, I was it makes your pores look bigger because the cream is dewy, so it tracks attention. So I feel it makes my pores look bigger, and I keep getting breakouts where in those areas. So I was already having breakouts from retinol purging, and I literally use it once a week. My skin was purging from it, so I'm still only using it once a week, by the way. And I'm scared to do it all at once, or they say to use every other day, or even twice a week. I'm gonna build up to it, but I keep getting breakouts in the cheek area, and I know it's exactly where I put my blush. So I'm going back to powder blush, and I remember I used to love Charlotte Tilbury blushes. I used to love the one that's called, I forgot the name. I'll link the one I used to love. But I got a new one called Ecstasy to try. It's so pretty. Also the name did get me, putting ecstasy on your cheeks every day. I remember that they were really soft and silky. I remember it was soft, silky, lightweight, and really lasted well. That's what I want. I just wanted to pretty much airbrush on my cheeks. So when I wear this, I'll put some on when I get home so you can kind of see. I head to the dry cleaners because my husband's gonna be you're out for hours. I said I was just going to the farmer's market. I've been out for 3 hours, so I'm just kidding, 2 hours, so I need to head back. This is a little bit of the downtown Manhattan Beach area. This is a lovely area to check out even if you live in LA. I love Manhattan Beach. It's so lively now. They've really updated it with so many new places over the past few years. Lots of really cool stuff. They have a Creation over here, which, oh my gosh, they moved it actually up here. The Creation used to be on a different street. Oh my god, it's so cute. Next time I'll come a little bit earlier. Here's a Creation. Next time I'll come a little bit earlier. I need to go all the way up. I need to get gas. Baby blue G-Wagon. Next time I'm gonna come a little bit earlier and get a coffee and walk around. and we're gonna go. All right, guys, so I'm back home, so I'm gonna show you the farmer's market haul from my basket. Okay, so as you saw, I already ate the vegan croissant. My husband had one too. Babe, how was the vegan croissant? Outstanding. So it was so good. Definitely gonna get some from her again. From her as well, you guys, she makes these, they're vegan, raspberry, so they're, look at this. They're chocolate tarts, like you have at a French bakery, with raspberry under them. Babe, do you want to try one? So we can get your live reaction. Here, this one's mine, this one's yours. Sorry, it got touched a little bit. Are you gonna try it?
Thanks for fingering my tart.
I didn't finger it. It was like the stuff. It has this have raspberry under it. What is it like?
Oh wow, incredibly decadent.
Decadent? Can I have a bite so I can save us some? No.
It's really rich.
Oh my god.
It needs to go in the fridge too.
Yeah, I've had them out for a long time. She even told me, she's like, do you want me to hold on to them?
I would devour that later, but it needs to go in the fridge.
Can you close it up really quick? This one's for you too, but so from our kombucha guy, I got a turmeric ginger kombucha. I already drank it. He said to bring these back. He's giving me $1 for them. Yeah, the lava guy. They have a June now. This is lemon cayenne June. So it's water, green tea, mother culture, fresh lemon juice, cayenne pepper, honey. This is for you too.
Thank you. Put it in the fridge, please.
Okay, alright, don't have a dinner shots. You okay. He can hear you. So it's like this. I really like June. It has also prebiotic benefits as well. So in general, if you haven't tried June, I do like it. It's really nice. And yeah, if you can find a kombucha person at your local farmer's market, definitely do, because it's so fresh. A lot of, obviously, the big brands, the bigger they get, they can't really make them in small batches. I know some claim they do, but I feel like at a big scale, it's harder for them to make them in small batches. But at like local farmers markets, people making them, especially if you can find one that has organics, a lot of organic stuff, water, green tea, whatever. Well, I guess this one he doesn't say it's organic on here, so sorry. I hope it is. Mia barked too. But yeah, if you find a local person, it's nice to have it fresh. Like I said, this 4 blush I showed you. Got some honey. I love sage honey. I found out that that's honey that really tickles my pickle. That I love. I love like drizzly honey like this. I love thick honey in general, like really thick. The ones you have to like scoop. It's not liquidy, but it's hard for me to drizzle that on my oatmeal and stuff. But that was really good in tea. With the drizzle on my oatmeal, he let me try a sample of wildflower honey, which is like very sweet, tart, bright, and then sage is like creamy, light, and delicious. Reminds me of me. Creamy, light, delicious. Actually, I feel like I'm kind of a blend of a wildflower sage hybrid. Maybe more wildflower. But it's from Be Wild Co. Wild Harvest, local, raw, unfiltered in Santa Barbara, grade A, and it's organic. So just a little honey like this. Wild caught Baltic sprats. Like I showed you before, they're literally fishies. Coco, I gave you some too. Take it. The baking woman also gave me these 2 cookies. They're like shortbread cookies. They're also vegan. This brand, they sell at Erewhon, so if you're in LA, you can look for it there, but they only have a limited amount. Like, they only have a few items at Erewhon. At the farmer's market, they have a ton of items, and the craziest thing is that I've seen this vendor at farmer's markets before. It's like a Korean line. It's called Dave's, and it has like a kind of a yellowy red, like, yeah, I think it's like yellow or red banner. I don't know, it says like Korean really big. I know it's like probably the worst description, but it doesn't say Dave. Like, the logo on this doesn't look like the banner, essentially, right? Like, this is what the logo looks like on this stuff, like very simple like this, but the banner is like this, I want to say it's like yellow or orange and red. It says like Korean blah 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 blah. I'll take a picture next time and like post it on Instagram or insert it or something, so follow me to stay up to date. But essentially, I didn't connect the dots, right? Because I always see that banner, but I never knew it was this stuff. And today I came closer to take a closer look, and I was like, that's the stuff from Erewhon. And they had a way bigger range of product in the farmer's market, and apparently better pricing, he said. So this is tempeh. This is another tempeh alternative. So you're not always eating soy. So this is made with black beans, brown rice, low sodium soy sauce that's gluten-free and non-GMO, carrots, jalapeno, vegan veg broth. I wonder if I can try one. I mean, probably not the best just to eat it. Oh, it's really good. I mean, obviously you cook it and flavor it, but just like, I wanted to try it. It's really good. So just another way to get protein, right? Like if we're not having fish, we'll have usually tempeh. But you don't always be eating tempeh. This is their spicy chopped veggie. And this is like, it's like a lot of my favorite things. It has daikon, carrot, celery, jalapeno, garlic, ginger, soy sauce, that's non-GMO, veg broth, sea salt, pear juice. I think it's fermented as well, he was saying, in daikon. I just want to try like a little, just want to try a little. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, it's spicy. Like, ooh. It's like, he's telling him, he's like, it's like curry and salsa. Oh my god, it's really spicy. Like, wow. Okay. Oh, she has a kick. This would be really nice as like a little topping. Like, it's very pungent. Like, I wouldn't be putting this heavily. It was on avocado toast. It's so funny. I really thought, oh, this would be nice on avocado toast. And he was like, on avocado toast. So, that's that. Yeah, so I got the 2 croissants, those 2 chocolate thingies, 2 of these juices, and these 2 things. So nothing, not too crazy, just some like niche goods that I can pick up there. They can get at the farmer's market. So yeah, definitely, just a reminder, check out your farmer's market. You might find some cool local goods. This has been a really long vlog. Actually, I might continue. I might end it here, so we'll see. But if it does end here, then I want to remind you to order your magic manifestation candle, like I mentioned earlier in the video, because they do sell out quickly. So we probably have some in stock right now because I made a bigger batch. So definitely grab yours. Make sure you get it. Mia's barking at me, so we're gonna give her more Baltic Sprat. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.